Hello everyone, I am only 777 from the Dodgy Kebaab, and today I'm with
Mr. G1210.
and we're looking at We Love Katamari on the PS2 and Katamari Forever, and we're thinking that the PlayStation 2 version is much better than the PlayStation 3, and we're going to look at the reasons why we think that. Also, I wanted to bring up about the level design. On the PS2 version, it's really sandbox style, you're sort of thrown in there. Most of the time it's just get as big as you can. There are some levels where it's you know, get as many flowers as you can in the time limit, but on the PS3 it seems like that was more of the main objective on pretty much all the levels, and the real sandbox Katamari had been disregarded and put to the side, which I didn't really like. What did you
I thought it was the point where it was getting so difficult that I didn't want to go back to it. They were giving me like objectives that are impossible to get the size of, and then you see in some of the intro of it like, oh, what's that level? I want to play that level. Oh my god! But you just can't be bothered to go back to it and complete it because it's so annoying and frustrating.
I did find the PS3 version much harder.
Like, we had to stop ourselves from playing the PS2 and like just smashing through it and going having like a laugh, and it just been just totally fun.
Definitely, for the purpose of this video, while we were recording the footage for it, we actually had to stop ourselves from playing the PS2 version. We were going through it, just going through it and going through it. The PS3 version, we were like, oh, we were forcing ourselves to do the levels, and that tells you everything you need to know about how fun the game is. When you have to physically stop yourself from playing it because you've got to get on and do something else, against actually forcing yourself to do it.
So it's kind of an experience ruiner because you can't get to the content you need to get to, and it's just,
I mean, there was one good level it looked like in the intro on the PS3 version, but you know, I don't know even how long that's going to take to get there, and the levels we got to were so hard. And the thing is, it's not as if we were bad at it. We were smashing through Katamari on the PS2, absolutely every level, just smashing it by loads. But I don't know, I mean...
It just seems like you couldn't pick up things, like you had to go around and get lots of little things, just too much.
I think that comes back to how the level design was again. It was not intuitively put around, so where you're trying to do your laps, you're not... You don't do a lap of small and then instantly find an easy route to get onto the lap of medium items, and then again straight onto the lap of large items. It was just not... the items are not placed in an intuitive way. So, as I said, we think that the PlayStation 2 version of We Love Katamari is just better designed in the levels, and the design of the whole game is a lot better. I mean, Mr. Shu, what do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. It seems more bright and colourful, the music fits, it just seems much more Japanese and fun to play.
I mean, I definitely agree that the Japanese feel of the levels, it makes it a lot more fun. I think there's a lot of charm having the Japanese style to it. I mean, the whole reason the first one came out and then it got ported over to America afterwards, because there was such an outcry for the first one to be released and it wasn't. Then they made We Love Katamari as a thank you to fans, you know, which was really good. But I've got to say, I think the levels are just not intuitive enough on the third one. Because the way you play Katamari is you're supposed to sort of circle the levels, and on each lap that you collect more and more bigger items as you go around. And I don't think the design was as good on the PS3 version.
It does seem on the PS2 the areas that they've sort of made a level about and roll about and collect more fun stuff and fun things, and just straight from the off, you're having fun when you put the game in the machine. You're ready to play. As soon as someone says, let's play with Katamari, yep, I'm well up for that. PS3 one, I can't say the same. It's just too hard and just dull and black and white and white.
Yeah, there's definitely a really lot of strange filters on it. I don't know why. I mean, the PS2 version is obviously both of big blocky games with big blocky graphics, but that's part of the style and the charm. But the PS3 version has got some really weird graphical filters just thrown over the top just for no reason. Like the levels where, like with the sumo wrestler, On the PS2 version, it's got no graphical filters, it looks fine, it's good fun. The PS3 version is pretty much actually the same level with the same objective and no real difference, but it doesn't seem as good because the graphics don't look as good, which is a really weird thing.
But with the PS3, I'd expect a massive difference in generation and graphics jump for the game, and I was looking forward to it so much. Like, the moment I found out there was a Katamari coming out, I had the PSP one, it was fantastic. The PS2 one is great, but the PS3 one is just, and I've got to say, it's just, I don't want to come back to it. There's a jump feature using the 6-axis, and it's just not intuitive. You need a button to press.
You do, you definitely need a button for that, because I found it wasn't very accurate. Like, I'm swinging the pad and the geezer's not jumping at all, he's not going anywhere. If it was just press the X button, it would be a lot better. I think they've implemented that feature pretty badly, really.
It seems like a disappointment to the series. Like, this is the end, you've killed off Katamari. You know, are they going to make another one that's going to be good, or because of the PS3 one, that's it, and it's end of days?
Well, luckily the Vita one was actually really good. I've got that, and the Vita one is really good.
That's the thing, I haven't got a Vita or played that one. So.
Yeah, no, you should. It is a really good game. But I don't think there's really much more to say about how the levels are designed. So, in conclusion, I think what we're getting at here is that the PS3 version is definitely a step backwards from the PS2 version. Would you agree with that then?
I would agree with that. It's not as fun.
No, I'd say it's definitely not as fun, and every single area of the game is much further behind anything that was achieved on the PS2. Well, that's been myself, Only 777 from the Dodgy Kebaab, and also
this is Stuart,
and we both hope that you've enjoyed this video today. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.